viewers.
Hey,
That's the way I like it.
zero
Bro,
viewers. No worries.
My Twitch dashboard says, "Nice work. Your last stream had 3 concurrent viewers." That's bullshit. Okay. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the unnamed podcast.
Hello.
I'm Joseph Pacheco. I'm here with Philip Wynn. Is it Nguyen?
Hey, it's Win.
Wynn, right?
Yeah.
And Ricardo Gonzalez.
But
For our first episode, we just wanted to talk to each other and try and get like these weird laughs out of the way as we're like talking to cameras and stuff.
This is genuine for me.
It
Sorry,
feels
go ahead.
weird, dude. It feels weird.
Really?
Miranda
think
and I like to make shit out of wood.
Uh-huh.
And we tried recording YouTube videos and we tried to like record an intro and we couldn't do it. It's so fucking awkward standing in front of a camera and talking. It feels so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a learned skill, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So, Philip interviewed at Visa.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a podcast today. I don't remember which one. But both of the guys had job interviews at Google. And they made like 4 or 5 rounds through the interviews.
Wow.
It's insane to me that. I mean, I guess it makes sense because a company like Google would get so many applicants that they really have to vet people and interview after interview after interview and just work through everybody.
Yeah, I imagine they're like really high quality like high skill positions. So I imagine they really do want to put the time and effort into them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it gives them a lot of leverage. If they have that many rounds, at any point they could be like, we tested you for X in this round, and we didn't think you did, well. So yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of blows my mind. It's just, I mean, all the jobs that I've had up until now have just been a single interview, and then you're either hired or you're not.
A single interview?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I mean, I'm
let
a
me
welder,
check.
So.
I hear you. Yeah, that's different industries, but let me challenge you on that. So, I think having like 7 interviews is ridiculous, but maybe 1 interview isn't extensive enough. I would argue. Maybe I think 2 or even 3 would be like, okay, I think that's fair. But like, what do you think, Ricky?
I agree. I feel like 2 or 3 interviews, that'd be like kind of a sweet spot where like you could still mess one up. Maybe you're having an off day. Because if you just got 1 interview, you could be having a really bad day and then just you shit the bed and just it doesn't go well for you. But yeah, I feel like 2, 3 is like a sweet spot because any more than that and it starts getting like tedious. And then just to think about the amount of time that you gotta wait for like your decision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine the pressure.
And going off what you're saying, imagine you're the company and you only have 1 interview. And what if the candidate who's actually a poor candidate has a really, really good day? Mm-hmm. And you think, wow, this guy's great. And you hire him and he's mediocre, It's just like, oh man, he had a really good day in the interview, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would probably be able to fake it through 1 interview.
Oh yeah.
But if you chain them up and you have to go through like 3 or 4.
Yeah, you
it's
have
a
like
lot harder. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially when you start testing knowledge on a subject.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 2 or 3 or 4, man, that's it's hard to BS through all that.
Yeah, I'll bet. Sounds like a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm. It's I mean, the pressure comes from like you know, like, I mean, I can speak for me. The pressure comes from me wanting to provide like my own housing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I guess some other people are in positions where like, dude, I knew people like at UC Irvine, like second or third year in, they got like an internship at LinkedIn, and they flipped that into a full time position. They were like this. I knew he was like 19. Not kidding. He was literally 19 years old, and he's pushing like 130K salary a year at LinkedIn, dude. I'm like, fucking A, dude. And like, he's still working.
Oh,
He's
for real. Too.
He's still working. You guys know what LinkedIn? You guys have LinkedIn? Yeah. He's still working there. So like, you know, like in like when he's 24 or 25, he'll already be like possibly like a senior like programmer or like a group you know what I mean? Whatever.
You know, that brings up something interesting because I've heard that for like tech jobs, it's actually best to jump around fairly often, like every couple of years, to get the best like pay bumps. You hop. I mean, obviously, if you get like if you get really lucky with the job in a company that takes care of you, you want to stay there. But you know, you can get significant pay bumps by jumping companies.
I've heard that, and I've also seen that. I knew a recruiter. She literally worked for Verizon, aka Yahoo. They like one of them bought. I think Verizon bought Yahoo, right? Okay. And then she got an offer from Microsoft for just more pay. And she's like, okay, well, I work for Microsoft now.
Yeah.
What's that? I think my friends were telling me, Ricky and Joe, that corporate loyalty is dead. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't gotta be loyal to them anymore because they'll flip you in a second.
No,
exactly.
I still feel that pressure of like, because I told you about that job interview I had with that welding distribution company. They were fine. Like I told them I wanted $20 an hour, which I was making like $16.50 at my job right now. Since then, they've actually moved me up to $17.50. But I went and interviewed at that place, and they were perfectly fine with paying me $20 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, and I felt some loyalty to the company that I work out still. I didn't take the job, but that's not why I didn't take the job. But it kind of influenced my decision, and I felt some loyalty to stay with the company that I'm at. And I think I agree with what you said in that, like, these companies will not hesitate to drop you if it's in their best interest.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good to keep that in mind. Okay. What about you, Ricardo? Any thoughts?
No, I agree with what you guys are saying. You know, like, if these companies give you an incentive to be like loyal to them, you know, like they're taking care of you, giving you good benefits, you know, you're seeing regular raises every, you know, I don't know how often, like a decent amount of time, But, you know, if the company's taking care of you, then obviously you have a reason to be more loyal to the company. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, you know, because like you guys said, the company could drop you and then it's you that's going to suffer, you know, not the company.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a business transaction anyways, too. You're basically selling your time to the company.
Yep,
exactly.
It's just business.
That's all it is. Yep.
Everyone is in their right to chase their own self-interest. You know,
to look out for yourself. Yeah, I agree.
Hey Ricky, on a more casual note about those benefits, man. Like I've heard some like people get crazy benefits. They get like, I had someone tell me they used to get cafeteria food, like where they worked, and like not like cruddy cafeteria food. I'm talking like good cafeteria.
Not high school cafeteria food.
No, not high school cafeteria. I think even better than possibly even like college dorm food. College dorm food is like pretty okay. What'd you say, Ricky? You went to UCLA?
No, I mean, my college dorm food was delicious. Like, it was
I heard UCLA like dorm food is like actually like above average, like really good.
Yeah. They're like known to be really good, and they always switch up the menu too. And they have like different dining halls have different like food themes.
Yeah.
So it's there's always a good variety, and yeah, the food's just really good there.
Wait, by dorm food,
So that'd be a huge incentive for me at a company.
did they bring you guys food in your dorms, or like was there a dorm food hall that you guys would go to, and it was kind of like a cafeteria, or was it more like restaurants on campus that you would go to?
That too, but more what you said before that. It's more like, so imagine, I'll speak from UC Irvine perspective. Like we would have, I guess you could call it like a community of dorms. So this community of dorms was placed on this side of the campus. It was different from this other community of dorms, right? That makes sense?
Okay.
And each of them have their own dining hall.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's Mesa Court and Middle Earth. Those are actually the names. So Middle Earth Dining Hall, Mesa Court Dining Hall. Yeah, Middle Earth named after Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I mean, it was but the food was pretty good. But I imagine Ricky had like top class. Yeah, like our UCLA food is really good.
Oh. That's pretty cool. When I was going to San Bernardino, I remember eating at like the little cafeteria that they had on campus. As far as I know, it was the only one. And it was just a dining hall.
How was that?
They had restaurants. So it was good. They had they only had like 2 or 3 different places to eat. One of them was a Burger King. It's just a Burger King.
Burger King's good.
I think it was a Burger King. It might have been a Taco Bell. I don't remember.
Both are good.
And then they had some like chicken place that sold wings and chicken tenders, and then a like stir fry place.
Stir fry place.
Yeah, it was good. I ate at the stir fry place a lot because it was a little healthier. But it was all right food.
I hear you.
So, I guess we should jump into the actual like topic of this one. So, we originally wanted to make this podcast about web development and sort of bouncing concepts off of each other to make sure that we know them better and to make sure that we understand them thoroughly. And we figured that people would benefit from hearing this, so we decided to record it and turn it into a podcast. And then Philip jumped on. And now we're considering just making it a podcast about pretty much anything.
Wow, I don't want to. I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't want to divert your original plans.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But because I joined, you guys were like, "I'm down for anything." Like that's like that means like wow, you guys are nice. But like, you don't have to do that. Just saying. Yeah.
No. We want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Take care of something real quick.
Yeah, I think this is much funner.
So we wanted to start with an introduction to everybody. And I guess what we'll do is we'll just talk about where we are kind of at this point in our lives. If we're not going to make this specifically about programming, we can just talk about where we are. So I'll start. So my name is Joseph Pacheco. I am 24, I think. And I'm an alcoholic. I mean, no. So I'm 24. I've been going to school, community college, for the last about 3 years to be a welder. I got my first welding job 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and I've been working there ever since. Ricardo and I have recently started taking up front-end development for websites, HTML and CSS mainly. We're both learning on freecodecamp.org, freecodecamp.org. This is not my first time programming. I've been into computers for a good chunk of my life. Back in high school, I was taking what little computer classes they did offer I think web design was actually one of them. And I don't know if either of you guys have heard of Dreamweaver. It's an old Adobe. I think it's Adobe. It's an old piece of software, and it was basically a website builder. I think Webflow might be equivalent to it now. If either of you guys looks up Webflow, it's literally like a drag and drop website builder. And I started web development there. Excuse me. I started web development there. I took that one class in high school. It was fun. You know, I learned a little bit of HTML and CSS, and I think that's all I learned in that class. And after graduating high school, I went to Cal State San Bernardino, originally for computer science. I got into a bad spot mentally, and I just kind of like lost my motivation, and I stopped going to San Bernardino, and that's when I made the switch to welding. I started going to community college, and that's what I've been doing since. And I've been programming on and off here and there, but I've never jumped into it quite as much as I have recently. So for the last month or so, I've completed the first certification on Free Code Camp, the responsive web design certification, which pretty much only covers HTML and CSS, HTML5 and CSS3. And I'm currently working on the JavaScript algorithms and data structures certification. Hoping to finish that soon. But that's where I'm at currently. So one of you guys want to take it up next?
Why are you laughing?
Because Ricardo really doesn't want to talk.
I was just hoping you would.
Ricardo was like, I could see it in his eyes. He was like, "Come on, Philip, take it up." And Philip's just like waiting patiently.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was still thinking.
I know.
I was gonna say.
That's funny.
Not to put you on the spot, but like you're gonna have to. Oh, would it give you more time?
Yeah, it would just give me a little bit.
Sure. Okay, no worries. Hey everyone. Well, my name is Philip Wynn, and a little bit about me. I've been in California for most of my life. I'm 24, like these guys, and I've been living in Irvine, California, a beautiful city, for the past 5-6 years. But recently, my lease kind of went underway, or kind of turned bad, and now I'm in Michigan. Have been for the past 2 months. Joe mentioned earlier that I had an interview with Visa today, and I think it went well. But I really only have this lease for like another like week and a half. So I'm also waiting to hear back from another job, potential job offer, hopefully soon, and that's based in California. So if I get a yes on that, I get to come home to California. If not, I was talking to Ricky a while ago. He gave me some suggestions in Arizona because there's really cheap rent. But to just reiterate, I am in the middle of looking for jobs and looking for housing. It's a bit turbulent, but you know, I stay grateful and I stay level-headed, and I've always been able to hack it, to be honest. So I think I'll be okay. And Joe and Ricky are cool dudes, and I was like, hey, like, this is something I'd definitely be interested in, even if it's just like talking about you guys about whatever. We can talk about web dev or whatever, and I think it could benefit all of us because, like I mentioned to everyone here, it's a potential like side project to mention on your resume, like, hey, I have a podcast, and that might win you some points. I don't know. Who knows?
For the right job, yeah. I mean, for the right job,
or like,
probably.
What do you do for fun?
Yeah. I mean, it couldn't hurt. You know?
Maybe like a marketing job or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found any nice apartments in Arizona yet?
I found some really nice apartments, like $600-$800. Yeah, a month. I don't know, like, and they have 6-month leases too.
Where
right?
in Arizona? Phoenix?
Tucson. Probably Phoenix too. Tucson.
I've never been to Tucson.
I think You probably asked Ricky. Ricky probably knows a lot more than I do. He mentioned, I don't know if Ricky mentioned this. He said maybe Flagstaff or maybe like
Flagstaff's nice. I like
Gilbert.
Yeah, Flagstaff's really nice.
Yeah.
Or Mesa or I don't know. Phoenix, Tucson, Mesa. I don't know.
Sedona. You should go to Sedona.
Sedona, that's a really nice area.
It's
where like everyone goes
expensive.
to retire.
It's gonna be really expensive.
Ricky, what is like just value? Just like has everything I need within walking distance. Hasn't, you know what I mean? Just no nonsense. Like what city? Like Tucson.
I'd say honestly, like one of the little like suburbs like around the big cities. So like, for example, like close to Phoenix, like where my mom's staying at, like Tolleson. That's like a little. You might still be able to find something kind of cheap and affordable, but it's still not too far from the city. But it's also not like a really shitty city apartment, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like the Ontario, I guess, of like Phoenix, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would look at cities like that, like Tolleson.
Tolleson?
Yeah, that area is kind of nice, though. But you never know. Maybe they have something decent for rent around there.
Man.
Okay.
I think the only city I've ever been in Flagstaff in Arizona is Flagstaff.
Flagstaff.
I've been to Grand Canyon Village.
Really nice.
Flagstaff's really nice. It's up in a mountain, so it's like a foresty area. It's not
like San Bernardino-ish, like that rancho. I don't know.
It's more boreal than that, I think.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's a little cooler than everywhere else. They actually get They get rain. I think they get a little bit of snow up there too. It's high enough.
Whoa,
it's
64
really
degrees.
Nice. Yeah, Flagstaff.
Right
most of my family lives in Colorado, and when we drive to Colorado, we go through Flagstaff, and it's always one of my favorite parts of the trip.
Wow,
it's so nice. My nephew moved out there for a little bit.
So, relative to everywhere else in Arizona, Flagstaff is like one of the nicest places.
I'll put it this way: Miranda and I want to live somewhere a little cooler. She said she was willing to live in Flagstaff. It's a college town too. It's a college city too.
Let's go.
There's a university there.
What do you call it? If you and Miranda move, you guys you guys can split the rent. You know, I mean, I'll manage for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can talk about it.
Hey, talk about it. I gotta move in like 10 days. So.
What about my degree? I'm almost done.
Oh, you gotta be there. You gotta be in Ontario physically.
I don't know. I signed up for. So I need 5 more classes for my associates. I signed up for 3 classes in the fall, and they're all online classes.
Okay.
So I could probably do it remotely. Miranda, on the other hand, she's taking fashion classes though. That kind of requires a physical presence. Because they teach her how to use like industrial sewing machines.
They got schools in Arizona. Hey, listen, I'm so glad because like I don't know shit about like NorCal, but I probably could tell you a little bit about Inland Empire, Orange County, maybe a little bit of Riverside area. Like I've been to all that. Okay. And I can say that like I really like Irvine. Like I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. I really like that part of Orange County.
It's nice.
But I don't know that nuance like I do for like Arizona. That's why I'm glad you guys told me about that. You know, because what if I went to Tucson and it's like, dude, it's fucking hot here. This sucks. Yeah. So hey, I'm glad that you guys. I mean, hey, I learned something today. Flagstaff. Okay, let me look that up. If you want, we could also, I don't know if this is something you want to try, but like, we could also possibly like have artifacts, you know, like, hey, Jamie, pull that up. You know what I mean? Like our own version of like.
Is it cool if I go ahead and watch what you're streaming?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm just, hey, we can talk about it. Like whenever I pull up like a website or like an artifact like this, I'll make sure to tie it in. Like it won't just be like porn or daughter swap or some stupid stuff, you know.
Real quick, before you get too far into this, Ricardo.
Yeah.
You haven't done your introduction.
I'm so sorry.
I'm the one that drew you off. It's cool. He was hoping. Yeah, he was like, they're gonna skip me. They're gonna skip me.
Can you make sure that Can you have it just on him, or
Just
should
on
I
him? Yeah, I think so.
should I stop? Should I stop
No, I have
speaking?
it. I have it on him. I have it on him.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so hello, my name's Ricardo, also known as Ricky. Um, my kind of, I guess, developer journey, it kind of started off kind of low key too. I took like the very like beginner course in school, like at college. It was called like Pick 10A. It was like really basic programming with like C++ and stuff. Uh, and then I kind of forgot about programming after that class, and then just recently, actually it's been a year now. Last July, I picked up Python with the like automate the boring, that like free web course or like book. Yeah, that shit was pretty fun. And then yeah, with Joseph right now, I just got into like front end web dev stuff. Um, Honestly, I don't know too much, but I'm just kind of like learning, playing it by ear, just learning as I go.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, so back to Philip's website.
Can I ask you both? And you don't have to go. You guys don't have to be like super long-winded with the answer, but because you're doing web development, is the end goal to get like job positions in tech or in web development, front end, or something like that?
Honestly, for me right now, the idea that I'm playing around with most is actually starting a small like side hustle with Ricardo. Making some small, they call them like business card websites for like small restaurants or very small businesses where really all they need is a static website that doesn't change at all. It's just, it displays their information in a pleasing to the eye way. And I feel like something like that is actually completely in our wheelhouse at the moment. Like we could do that. And that's what I'm leaning towards most. Obviously, when I look at jobs on Indeed and ZipRecruiter and stuff, and I see those like starting 70,000, upwards of 150,000, it looks good, right?
Yeah, it's enticing.
To get there as a welder would be difficult, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it is enticing. A big part of it for me was actually during the pandemic, a lot of people got to work from home.
Right.
And I got a little jealous, like, well, okay. I don't know anybody that worked from home, but I know a lot of people who weren't working because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so they got to stay home all day. And the only time off I got was 2 weeks back in November when I caught COVID. It didn't hit me that hard. And I really enjoyed my 2 weeks off. And the more I thought about it, the more awesome working from home sounded. The idea of working remotely, kind of being able to live wherever you want. Like if I got a remote job in San Francisco, I could stay right here. Or I could move to Montana or New York or possibly like Japan and still work that same exact job. And that sounds awesome to me.
Yeah.
And the way I see it right now, the easiest way to do that for sure would be to start a successful business, like making websites with Ricardo. Like, if Ricardo and I started making websites together right now, it would be remote my entire life. We would never have to own an office. The entire job can be done from home.
That's the life, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing to me.
If I could tie in a little bit of personal experience, one of the things they told me about the job in Visa, it's in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And they said that right now it's completely remote, but they're looking to do, they said, a 2-day in office and then the rest of the week is remote.
So that's not bad.
That sounds pretty good, because sometimes you do want to see people. You do want to like have that face-to-face, And
some people
there's just, I think almost everyone does. There's just some things we can't convey. Even though I can see your face, even though I can see you talking, even though I hear your voice, there's some things that that can't be conveyed when you are not in person.
And working in an office environment does have benefits.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But I don't know. To me, a big appeal was working. I mean, you're working from home right now, right, Philip?
I am. Yeah, I am. And ironically, and not to go against the grain, but I actually would, for this type of work, I would prefer to be in person. It's a teaching assistant job, and at UCLA for product manager. So it's a boot camp for product management, and I'm teaching assistant. I would like to do this like on campus or in person, but yeah, I mean over Zoom is fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some apartments, look around a tiny bit, and then
I
think we should probably wrap up fairly soon. We have some Scariest Game Alive to play.
We got some SGA.
Oh yeah, to play in a little bit.
But like, hey Ricky, wouldn't that be nice, man? If you could just get, and like, I don't want to get you to daydream too much, but even like starting out 60, 70, 80 grand. Man, that'd be pretty nice. You really think about it. You hit 6 figures before you're 30. I'd say that's successful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you guys go out of state, so man, you work. You save some money in California. You go out of state. You can buy a house there. You can buy a nice house out of state. You know, buying a nice house in California is hard, but
I think right now buying houses anywhere is pretty expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to ask you a question. And it just evolved to me rambling a little bit. But like, yeah, man. Like, is that your motive? Like, the money would be nice, right?
No, yeah. That was definitely part of the motivation. Well, for me, it was actually I just kind of wanted to learn programming as a soft skill to go with my geology degree, so I could maybe get into like data science at first. That's why I started with Python.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I'm just kind of interested in like development as a career in general, There's just so many different kinds. There's like web dev, there's like back end, there's embedded systems, there's like server side stuff. I don't know, there's just so much to learn, and I just kind of wanted to explore it. So right now I kind of want to do that with Joseph, maybe see if we can start our own little basic business, just making some websites, like business card type websites,
like static sites mainly.
Yeah, exactly. See where that goes. I definitely feel like I'm learning a lot right now, and having something to actually apply what I'm learning to, I feel like that's really helping me and learn it better.
Yeah.
This might sound a little maybe like far-fetched, but I think once you get to once you get to like an early level of comfort in your skills, just apply. Even if you don't think you'll get the job, I think that's where you do a lot of the learning.
Mm-hmm.
Is when you apply, because they'll ask you questions. They'll probably like quiz you, and then if you don't get the job, you'll know what like you did poorly on. Like, oh, I didn't understand. I didn't really have a great answer when he asked me about this, or I failed this problem. And then now you can work towards something. You know what I mean? Like, applying for jobs is actually a very like good way of getting objective feedback about your candidacy in the jobs you're applying for.
Yeah, see, I had never thought about that like that. Damn, that's really good advice.
Yeah.
I've always heard to just apply. I mean, the worst they'll say is no, and you'd be surprised how often they'll say yes, and how often there are very few jobs where a candidate will come in and meet all of the requirements for the job.
Oh yeah.
That rarely happens, if ever. And in something like web development or development in general, where there are so many different frameworks and languages to use, there is literally no way to know it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're eventually going to get a job where you don't really know what you're going to be working with. So apply. Yeah. The worst that'll happen is you're right back where you started. And now you have that experience of an interview if you got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to look at some houses?
Yeah, let's look at some houses or apartments.
Right. Apartments.
Okay.
Apartments, and then we can do some houses too. Yeah, for Flagstaff, because this is actually, this is kind of useful for me. So I'll put price range, man. I'll put like
$900 max. I'm surprised there are even places.
Minimum 500 square feet. Okay.
One place.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
900.
There's 4 to 5 beds. Is that like a communal thing?
Yeah, I'm not down for that. 4.
A lot of these are communal, aren't they?
I think so. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like 1 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's per person. Whereas, that's per. If you want your own one,
If you
that's
want a
13.
bedroom? Shit.
Yeah, I want one bed, one bath. Yeah. So let me.
You have to bump the price up. Flagstaff might be expensive. It might be too expensive.
Is it? Maybe I can make it. So here, I'll put 1, and then I'll put. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't it be? Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Flagstaff might be too expensive. It's a house for rent. Oh shit.
Holy smokes. I can't live in Flagstaff. That
one's a studio.
Studios are okay. Okay, let's say you don't put a price range.
Studio's workable.
Huh. Only. Studio. Let's put no max. There we go.
Just start scrolling down. Let's see what we find. Maybe you can sort by lowest to highest.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then just skip all the communal. Wait, go up a little bit.
Yeah.
So wait, go down. Go to the Grove.
This one?
No, it must have been higher. There.
Hey, Joe.
So I told you my nephew lived in Flagstaff, right? That one, the Waver Tree Apartments. My nephew, it was up there a little bit.
Has the word tree in it? Waver Tree?
Tree.
He lives at this
I don't
particular
know
one?
if it was this particular one, but it looks similar. And he lived there with his girlfriend, and he had a roommate that also lived there. I think his roommate lived alone. It was alright. It actually kind of looked like a dorm room, but it wasn't that small. Mm-hmm. They had 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, living room, and a kitchen. I could talk to him about how he found what he found. It was like their own little space.
Yeah, but
they're at full capacity, anyways.
Yeah.
So the whole wait list.
The whole apartment's $2,800 essentially, right? If you buy like all 4 bedrooms.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you'd be stuck with 3 roommates.
Pretty much, and I'm just trying to.
That sucks.
I'm curious to see, but like, maybe I do have to bump up the price to get like my own, like max 1 bedroom. Yeah, like 1,200. Am I sorting from low? Yeah, I am.
Maybe you could do 2 bedroom and get a roommate, and it's not that much more expensive.
Do you want to be my roommate?
I probably can't move out there.
I know. I'm not willing to pay $1,200 when I can literally get like $500 less. Ricky found something. Stop sending me porn.
That's just the other area that I was telling you about. That's like where my mom's at right now.
Okay.
And it is right there, but it looks at least there's like some 1 bedrooms that are.
Yeah. This looks cheaper.
Range, kind of.
Seems a lot cheaper.
And this is a good area.
That's in Phoenix. Phoenix.
Yeah,
is
so
like
this is like
city.
a little bit west of Phoenix. Yeah. So they're next to the 10. So it's really easy to get to California from there too.
You literally just hop on the 10 freeway and
there's
come
even
all
a
the way
bus. And there's actually a bus that'll take you for like $20 from like Phoenix, like around that area to Riverside, UCR.
Riverside?
For $20?
You can go from Phoenix to Riverside for $20
to well, it's like around $30. It's a Flix bus. Look it up.
Whoa!
A hell of a drive. Heads up, Philip. It is like a 6 or 7 hour drive, right? Or right on the bus.
Yeah.
I know. Driving to Flagstaff, it's like 6 or 7 hours.
I'm not down to drive. I'm gonna. You guys see my? You guys still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So this is. I put maps into maps. That's hilarious. So I'm gonna put airports in Arizona.
Wait, you want to fly?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I'm in Michigan right now, so I'm
Mesa.
gonna.
Was Mesa the city you were talking about, Ricky?
No, Tucson.
You said it was west.
So there's Tucson.
Oh, you're talking about Tucson. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's quite a few airports. So I could probably take any of it, But
Yeah.
are they even got? I don't know. Some of these airports might be like just for like smaller planes.
Mm-hmm. I bet the one in Flagstaff probably is.
Yeah, I think municipal is probably like smaller.
Also, I don't know if it matters to you. Flagstaff is actually like only an hour south of the Grand Canyon.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you've ever been, but the Grand Canyon's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds nice. What are you gonna say, Ricky?
It snows up there since it's like more north, so it's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I can like fly into Tucson and then get like an apartment somewhere near here, And they got yeah. So I'll see what but like for instance, like I found some really good, like cheap apartments in Tucson.
Studio,
Look at that.
2 beds.
Yeah, 725, dude.
For 1 bedroom? Is that a studio or what is that?
This is a studio for 645. 1 bed for 725. Look at that, dude.
What's that 1 bed for 725?
You want to see what?
It's got to be a studio, right?
No, I said if 1 bed is 1 bed.
Well, what is a 1 bed? It's literally just a full ass apartment with 1 bed.
Yeah, 1 bed. No, 1 bed, 1 bath, 560 square feet.
That's fucking.
So that's like a bedroom.
That's better than a studio.
Kitchen.
It is better than a studio.
Yeah.
Because the studio is just like it's just basically the living room.
That's pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I might legit come here.
Where is it? It's
Tucson,
south
Arizona?
of Phoenix, right?
Let me see.
It's like more east, no?
Yeah, let me see if this pops up. Yeah, it's like you see that? It pops up like somewhere near here.
Where's Phoenix? Scroll out on the map a little bit.
Here, I'll use this. So we got.
Oh yeah, southeast Phoenix.
That's funny.
We got that.
It's on the 10. Yeah, shit. You can just hop on the 10.
Pretty much, I fly in, and then I can get an apartment at this place. Look at this, 645. El Conquistador. Yeah.
They got a pool and everything.
For
also
security deposit.
Go ahead.
If you did want to come to California, Tucson, the bus goes from to Tucson as well.
No, how far? Yeah. How far a drive is that?
It's $35 though.
Yeah.
Right here it says 7 hours. It's like 8 hours. 7 hours and 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, take it. Get like the 10 or 11 o'clock bus. Fall asleep, wake up in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
works.
I do sometimes.
Honestly, guys, I don't think I do too bad in Tucson, Arizona. I mean, they have AC, right?
Yeah, most places do. It's pretty hot.
It'd be hot. Yeah, it is gonna be hot in Arizona.
Definitely ask about that. Make sure it has like working.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I think essentially, if I don't get that job offer in California, then I think Tucson, Arizona is like near the top of my list. But thanks for giving me your guys' suggestions. Do you guys want to talk about something else now?
No, I think we should probably wrap this up.
Okay. Get some SGA going.
Yeah, let's get some SGA going. I know Miranda's waiting on us.
Alright, I'm down for some SGA.
Yeah,
so wow, we've actually been going for 45 minutes.
Hey, I knew for sure. Hopefully, I don't sound arrogant, but I knew for sure. Like, we're all cool. Like, we're all cool with each other. Like, it was going to be kind of casual. Like maybe we had little shits and giggles at first, but we got over that pretty quick.
Yeah, once you get into it, it's fine. We'll probably have it for the first few times we record, but eventually we'll get used to it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I think we'll be fine. Honestly, if we could turn this into a cash cow. Sorry, Ricky. Go ahead.
Let's make some money. Sponsorships. Who do we want to sponsor us?
Anybody at this point.
NVIDIA, send us some 3090s, please.
NVIDIA? NVIDIA? Alright. I'm not for NVIDIA.
AMD, we'd like some Threadrippers.
Holy shit, $450 for one bedroom?
No way.
Yeah.
You get the large one bedroom for an extra $100. I don't know if that makes a difference. It's almost an extra 100 square feet.
I would get this. I don't know, actually. Actually, yeah, I would.
$300 deposit? What the fuck? I could buy that
That's
shit right
nothing.
now.
Yeah, for real. What the hell?
What the fuck?
What about the floor plan? Is it like really small or something?
Yeah, it's essentially tour.
Do the large. Do the large.
The large? Okay. No, tour is to like sign up to.
Can you do floor plan details? Oh no.
No.
There's air conditioning for sure.
Well, yeah, by law. Hey, but this looks nice.
Yeah. And, I mean, all you really need is something small, even if it is just a studio or something. That's a one bedroom. I mean, it's enough for just you, right?
Yeah, and this is nice. 6 to 12-month lease. That's nice. I ideally would want something furnished. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks like it has appliances for like the kitchen.
Yeah. If you buy a bed bug couch, just leave it out in the sun for a week or two. Let the heat kill the bugs.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's wrap this up before we get.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So this was the first episode of the currently unnamed podcast. We don't really have an outro. I'll probably find some like free use or no license music just to stick on the beginning and the end.
Cover.
I'm not for an acapella cover. Yeah,
you guys can do an acapella cover.
What?
We'd lose viewers if I tried to sing.
Can I play a rap beat and then I'll like?
It has to be like free use, like no license, because we can't publish anything copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Rhythm bot. Leave rhythm bot.
I got it.
When are they gonna add voice commands to it? Okay, well, I guess this is the end of the podcast. We don't have a website. Good. If we actually decide to release this after we record another episode or two, probably, then Ricardo and I will probably work on getting an website up and running. But for now, this is the unnamed podcast, and I'm Joseph.
I'm Philip.
And I'm Ricky.
Have a good night.
Good night, America.